All done. You saved the day. Now you can get back to more important matters.
You did it! Thank you, Jack. The people of Sector 5 owe you their lives. I'm so glad we found you.
How did you find me?
Sheer luck. You were buried in a scrap heap at the bottom of a derelict shaft. You fell a long way, didn't you?
Feels like it.
Chance. Most other missing Ghostrunners were located by Mara and destroyed.
Most?
A few are still unaccounted for.
I really wish you'd been there when they came for us.
What happened?
Key surprised us at the hideout. Kicked down the door out of nowhere. Then we ran. I got separated. She turns us against each other. The Guard recruits the most brutal and reckless basers and fuels gang wars between the rest.
Divide and conquer. I guess Mara picked up a trick or two by watching me over the years.
They're boarding the elevators to the city. I wish they'd all just go away and never come back.
Fuck, I'm out.
Fighting are the rear guard. You could wait them out and continue on once they've gone.
No need.
Sure. It's almost scary how little they can do to stop you. I just wonder how safe we are. I worry that the Keymaster will send in more troops to finish the job later.
There'll be no later for Mara.
By stopping this machine, it should come to you naturally.
That was easy.
These motors were made with accurate chips in mind. Base engineers were able to control them with their thoughts. Like you did, just now.
I've accessed the local network node. We should know what their latest plan is soon.
Your plan?
The climbers wanted to take over the elevators and move up to the city. Keys caught us halfway through our preparations.
Why did they attack today?
The Keymaster must have somehow found out about us. Or about you. We've got a problem.
Again?
They've just initiated system lockdown at Opta.
What can we do?
Lockdown won't be in full effect until all the elevators reach the upper station. You need to get to the control room, fast.
Need a way to slow down the retreat. We could use the climbers' help right about now. Too bad they picked such a poor time to die for their cause.
Wasn't it also your cause?
They cared for their families. I care for their species. It's a matter of perspective, I suppose.
There's no access to the terminal room from this. There's no access to the terminal room from this side of the station. But I guess that's not a problem.
space engineers were able to control them with their thoughts. Like you did, just now. You have to get to Amina Station fast. We can't give Mara time to prepare.
She had 20 years.
It's not about what she can do to stop us. It's about what she can do to everyone else in the meantime. You care about the people, don't you?
Do you?
I've accessed the local network node. We should know what their latest plan is soon.
Your plan?
The climbers wanted to take over the elevators and move up to the city. Keys caught us halfway through our preparations.
Why did they attack today?
The Keymaster must have somehow found out about us. Or about you. We've got a problem.
Again?
They've just initiated system lockdown at Amina.
What can we do?
The lockdown won't be in full effect until all the elevators reach the upper station. You need to get to the control room. Fast.
We need a way to slow down their retreat. We could use the climbers' help right about now. Too bad they picked such a poor time to die for their cause.
Wasn't it also your cause?
They cared for their families. I cared for their species. It's a matter of perspective, I suppose.
There's no access to the terminal room from this side of the station, but I guess that's not a problem. I'll try to mess with their transmissions. Confuse them a little.
You can do that?
I'm no computer genius, but their system begs to be hacked. Besides, Atla makes it easy.
The neural implant.
Yeah. Everyone had them before the coup.
And now?
They're not mandatory anymore, but most people have them. Especially people with limb implants like me. Done. They just received orders to stop boarding the elevators and stand by. This will buy you enough time to get there. This will buy you enough time to get there.
Right.
They'll be ready.
No other way up.
There's one more operational station, but getting there will take you hours. You could climb all the way into the city. That will require even more time. terminal is just ahead. Not much time left on the clock. Last elevator is reaching the upper station. Better jump right in. Better jump right in.
Cybervoid time dilation works in your favor, but you still don't have forever. The elevators will soon be beyond our reach. Cybervoid time dilation works in your favor, but you still don't have forever. The elevators will soon be beyond our reach. Need I remind you that the clock is ticking? Hurry it up.
This place is impossible to navigate.
Good. These firewalls are what's kept me alive for the last 20 years. Cheer up. If you were a regular human, this would make even less sense. Interesting. Looks like there's a little something extra in the elevator's security scanner buffer.
Little something?
A partial Ghostrunner neural scan. We can use it to enhance your programming.
Why is it there?
One of you must have used Amida Elevator right before Morrow's insurgents disabled the internal security.
Another Ghostrunner.
It could have been you. focus energy in your left hand and then let it all out.
What?
Don't try to think. Do it. Yes. It's just a visualization anyway.
How does it work in the real world?
Rapid micro-vibrations of your inner hydraulics. Sudden change in local pressure will result in a concentrated blast. Let's hope that piece of junk the climber used to replace your arm can handle it. The primary application was crowd control, non-lethal force. Of course, there's no need to restrain ourselves now. One more thing. You can use Tempest to reflect projectiles. Give it a try. Like that. Just a bit more practice and we're done. Exquisite. Splendid. That's all there is to it.